What's up? It's your boy Meadow. Okay, so welcome to my first TFT review game, and this one's sick because guess who I'm playing with? As you can tell, Disguised Toast and Scarra, and it's pretty hype because they're like the top streamers right now. So you know I had to do a review of this game. It's just too good. So right off the bat, we get Nidalee and Warwick early with two Cassidans. Wild, this is the patch where Wild also got nerfed. Nidalee, her heal and her damage in Cougar got hit, and Wild's in a hole got hit because their attack speed stacking got nerfed by, I think, from 7% to 6%, so just by 1, but that's pretty significant. And Riot's explanation was, they're like, oh, we didn't realize how good attack speed was going to be in TFT, so we're just going to hit that. And I was like, okay. Kind of well needed because attack speed's absurd. You just get mana faster, regardless of, you know, who you are, and you just slap people in the face. Especially sorcerers. Sorcerers with attack speed, that's just legit absurd because they get double the mana. So they're just, they're always ulting with wilds. Alright, so, and then I look around to scout out a bit. And then as you can see, we got really tanky items early. 2 chain vests and a tier. So that doesn't really encourage hyper carries right now. So wilds are really nice because the attack speed's sick. And then from the pack, I pick up 2 knights just to give me some tankiness. I almost said tankability. I just fused flexibility and tankiness. Yo, let's go. Man, okay. So this is the first PvP round. And I'm deciding if I want to run the knights or the wilds. I end up going with the knights because we are way squishy. And the Nidalee nerf is pretty significant if she's level 1. So I go with the hyper carry Garen, he should be like a 2-star unit. His spin is just absurd. One of the best abilities in the game, easy. And look how beautiful this is. I decide to all in on Frozen Heart, and we hit the Gwynsu's Nidalee early. And then young Darius with his fat spin. So Frozen Heart slows the opponent's attack speed, I believe, by 20%. So Garen is just the most annoying guy NA right now. He's just running up to you, slowing your attack speed, and then spinning on you like a crazy Beyblade. That's just way too good. Yeah, it's just so I'm trying to fill up my bench. We get the Warwick 3, which is insane. There's no way I don't put that in. And yeah, I'm just running around, having a good time. TFT is the best. Wow, that Sunwa guy got 3 level 2s this round. So I'm rocking the double knight again with Warwick. And this guy's running nobles. So we get the Frozen Heart on Fiora, which makes her essentially useless, which is really nice. And now he's just slowing Vayne. So good. That guy's upsetty spaghetti. I'm like, I'm not even gonna watch this. I hit him with the Jinx emote, which is probably my second favorite after Lux. Jinx, too good. So we don't really have a direction right now in terms of what we want to build into, so that's why our bench is really fat. Oh, look at all those Nidalees, right? It's like the wild, the wild, the wild. Oh my god, get off me. Holy crap. So this is dumb, right? Because we have our wilds that got nerfed, but they're level 2s now, so they don't give any Fs. They're just like, all right, hold this attack speed, right? So yeah, like I said, our items were not good early on, so getting these wilds were really important to staying afloat. This fight is pretty sick. So we match up against the Sunwa guy who got 1,000,000 level 3s, but we're pretty strong ourselves. Oh, Garen! Oh, nice. Not enough to take him out, though. Yeah, so we sell a couple of our guys to get to 10 interest. And then we're kind of just chilling. We're going into the carousel round at 4th pick, which is pretty sick. I'm rhyming. Guitar pick. And now, gotta watch John Wick. Alright, I'm gonna stop. So here, my thought process was get the Kennen because I can sell him for 3, but I knew I had a chain vest. So this is really sick because wilds, they actually have to frontline a lot because you have Rengar, you have Nidalee and Cougar, you have Warwick and Gnar. Ahri being the only one that doesn't really frontline. So I was like, okay, I can make red buff with Giant Spell and Chain Vest if I really wanted to, which is so good on wilds because they need the tankiness, 1, and 2, because of their innate attack speed, they can proc the red buff burn an insane amount of times, which, oh man, this is very, very underrated. Look at her just burning through Kassadin and Fio. Just gorgeous. Oh, this is Toast too. Freaking rocking the Dark Penguin. And he's rocking Sojin Lulu too. Yo, that's no joke too. But so we're in a good spot right now. We have 20 interests. Most likely this round too, we're gonna go to 30. So this is just good. Really, really good. And we pick up another Warwick too, so this was really nice. We're in 3rd place. Scarra's currently in 1st. That Acelin. And yeah, honestly, we are just chilling right now. We most likely beat a lot of people for now, because this is just a really, really good mid-game composition. We have CC from Warwick, and essentially CC from Garen's Frozen Heart. Oh, Morello's Pike. Look at this Nidalee damage, dude. Oh, that was a massive stun by Pike. Let it rip. Garen Beyblades. That was a really scrappy fight. Pike almost carried that. Alright, so for this round though, 100% we want to stay over 30. Because that 3 interest is just free on a PvE round. These guys typed a lot in this game too. I don't know if they were queued up with Scarra and friends or if they were just like eccentric fanboys, but it was really funny. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a Scarra and Toast fanboy too, but I wasn't like spamming in chat. I was chilling. So this is nice, Giant Spell. I am pretty happy with whatever items we get at this point because we have wilds. We're not insanely dependent on good items, like hard carry items right now. So yeah, we go over 30. And yeah, we're just chilling right now, to be honest. Trying to get to late game. I read Elise's passive because she gets lifesteal built in after she ults, after she summons her spiders. And I was like, ooh. Hey, we got the Garen upgrade. That was massive. So, I feel like Elise is underwhelming. 1, because she's a demon and their class is just trash. They just steal mana. That's just one of the weakest designs I've ever heard of in my life. And then, of course, I realized it like near the beginning of the round that we had the Morello's build, Giant Spelt and Rod. And Morello's Garen is one of the most absurd things ever. Like, check this out. He's legit carrying so hard. He has Frozen Heart on 3 people. And he has... his ult's gonna do a lot because of the Rod. And it does burn damage. Look at this. So we have percent damage from Garen's spin and Nidalee's auto attacks. Like, wow, our mid game is bonkers right now. Scarra finally drops a game, so that's good for us because him going undefeated until stage 3 was really good for his economy. He was probably getting a ton of gold. And then we managed our interests well and won enough games to the point where we have a really early 50 economy. So we're in a good spot. I put in Voldy here to give the brawler buff to him and Warwick. He doesn't really fit our comp too well besides the brawler because we don't have any glacials. So we get matched up against Scarra. We should be able to just destroy him. Oh, Darius spin. Oh, Nidalee healed him too. Oh wow, do we sweep him? He doesn't take out any of our units. Oh no, he took out Volley. Ooh. Close though. I decide not to get that Tryst pack because she does nothing for us and we have no carry items for her. Because that was a free Tryst too in that. So we get Cho'Gath, which is really good because he's a brawler as well. And here I'm like, okay, because my knights aren't developed, I need some form of tankiness, right? So I start dabbling more into the brawlers. Just because they get an insane amount of health when you have 4 of them out. I switch, yeah. So because Volley just got one shot, I'm like, okay, you need to sit on the bench till you get upgraded, lad. So we still have the brawler buff because Cho'Gath is one, and then we put in more just for extra CC. She also got buffed this patch too. They increased her health by 50, I believe. Oh, Garen. Oh, Garen gets. So this is a Tryst 3. Look how decked she is. She has a red buff, a Titanic, and a Gwynsu's. So that Yordle is on crack. Like, she hella hurts right now. I wanted the Warwick because we need that man to be level 3 ASAP. But that guy took it away from us. He stole it all away from us now. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Yeah, we just wanted that item though. The rod, just in case we run into a recurve bow and we have a Gwynsu's option. Okay, so for this game, I really wanted to test out more Elise. She fit pretty well into our comp too because our Nidalee we're so invested into Nid, and Elise is also a shapeshifter. So once we get Gnar or Swain, we can just have them get their extra HP when they transform. Okay, so we match up against Scarra again. How does he deal with my Morelos Garen? He doesn't, right? Like, look at this, man. Our Elise popped, so he's gonna take all this damage too from the extra spiderlings. That's the one crazy thing about Elise. Because she summons so much units, you take a damage per spider. Yeah, so we probably want to look to level soon, to be honest, so we can have a better chance at getting stronger units, more epics and legendaries. Nice, we find Nid and Warwick. These hammers are scaling. Yeah, we're in a good spot. So I go for the last second level up. So we're inefficient on gold right now, but we get out to 6 units, which is pretty well needed against this guy, Sunwa. He also has a Morelos Garen. And look at that dude just scrapping freaking Beyblades. Let's Beyblade! Beyblade! Ah, look at all that damage. He goes from 2nd to 4th or 5th. We legitimately had a Beyblade clash. That was insane. So PvE round, we're hoping to get a recurve bow for sure. The direction here is we want to build into shapeshifter wilds with sorcerer, just the standard like attack speed with tankiness comp. And I'm starting to realize honestly that Cho'Gath he's like one of the best units for sure. He's absurdly tanky, and he's a void and a brawler, which are both really strong because they can be built into a lot of different compositions. And because his ult is so good, that AoE knockup, you can even one-off him as a main tank. Like, he doesn't need his synergies to be great. So I'm just loving Cho'Gath's design. So we have first place going into stage 4-1. And that's pretty nice. Though, because, like, I'm not too happy right now because at this point, I could have all-in'd to gold in our Nidalee and our Warwick, which would have been a decent strategy. So check this out, right? Sorry, I'm not going to finish what I was going to say, because this man has an Assassin's comp, and he put a Yomu's on his Warmog's Cho'Gath. So what Yomu's does is it turns that unit into an assassin, and assassins can blink to the opponent's backline, the unit that is furthest away from them, to be more specific. So his freaking Cho'Gath just ran down to my freaking Nidalee and one-shot her, or he ran down to my Cho'Gath and one-shot her, because assassins also, when they have 3 out, when they crit, their damage is amplified by like an extra 150%. So freaking Cho'Gath, it's like he TP'd into my backline and slapped me in the face. I was like, wow, that was insanely annoying. You don't see a Yomu's show every day. And okay, so here, like I said, right, I wanted to test out Elise, and she has built-in lifesteal, but I put a Bloodthirster on her. So when she transforms, she basically becomes Satan, and she can like lifesteal so much. I like testing this out and being annoying, because when I win with Elise, she takes all this damage from our spiders too. So she essentially accelerates the game, right? Because you're taking more damage than more than you would ever take normally, because the spiders just snowball. You know, there's a world where someone runs an attack speed comp with 2 Elises, 2 level 2 Elises. So you're gonna have to fighting like 8 spiderlings, and that's so dumb because that's 8 damage if you lose just off spiderlings. Like, what? That's nuts. So our economy isn't as efficient because I'm starting to dig more desperately now for our level 3s, because in this game it's just absolutely essential to max out your level 1 units. So here we match up against Toast. Looks like he spent all of his gold to try to not get knocked out, which is a really smart move. And we're scrapping right now. Oh, his Gnar gets a massive ult. Our Elise didn't get to ult. Oh, he has triple Yordle. He has a really nice comp going. Oh, wow. He ran to me and tried to slash me with his sword. Yeah, honestly, we're in a good spot right now. We just need to strengthen our Warwick and Nid, like I said. We also hella need to find Gnar, I should say. That man is like super essential to our composition. It's not even funny. So our Warwick is 1 off from being 3, which is insane. We're level 7. So this match we lost twice, or in this stage. We lost twice and won once. So we're not as strong as we were in the previous rounds, which means we need to start making better units. Or we'll just start taking an absurd amount of damage for people. Oh, it's the Assassin Cho'Gath guy again. Look at that. He just jumps in. That's so insane. Oh, this one's scrappy. Our Elise goes off. He's not getting any burst done though. Look at our Nidalee. This is such a scrappy fight. Ah, and then the Morelos Garen gets that last amount of percentage damage with his spin on Cho'Gath. Oh, that was hella close. Let's go. All our shapeshifters got their transformations down, and that was pivotal to winning that. Like, absolutely. So here, I think I go kind of crazy to get the Nid upgrade, and thankfully I get it. Holy crap, I was kind of Monka-esque looking at that. Because I was going like full-on tunnel vision on that Nidalee. I think I skipped a Rengar on the way there. I'm also pretty hell-bent on getting Gnar. I remember that. I was like, where the hell is he? Because if you look, we only have triple wild out, which is, it's just so bad because being 1 off of 4 wilds, there's a huge difference between 3 and 4, man. So another scrappy fight. He actually has an Gnar, but Ooh, look at all the minions they have to deal with, and then look at our gold Nidalee. Look at that. That was sick. Freaking 2 Nids battling, 1 gold and 1 white. Holy crap. That was like when Sauron, or that was when Saruman and Gandalf dueled when they were like gray and white. Just clearly outmatched. Okay, so I finally get the Rengar and I'm like, alright, it's time to put in the Quad Wild. Because the difference it makes. Because Cho'Gath gets the attack speed buff, Elise does now, and so does Shyvana. Which is pretty damn vital. Yeah, we're just scrapping Raptors. Raptors, whenever you kill one, the others go into a frenzy and they get increased attack speed. So the longer you take to kill them, the stronger they get. They are one of the weaker fights though, but against certain squishy comps, they can be pretty devastating. But our comp totally counters them because we have good CC with Cho'Gath. And we have a lot of units with our Elise. Oh, and then I forgot to talk on this too, is slowly over our rerolls into getting our Nidalees and Warwicks, we picked up on the way a Draven 3. A Draven 2, I should say. Which is really good because... Oh! So I dug really deep there to get Gnar. Because he also keeps our wild synergy going. We don't have to play Rengar, and then he also gains the shapeshifter buff. So it was really pivotal to find him here. But like I was saying, I invested into a Draven, which is really important to note. So we match up against Scarra, and look at this. He went death cap on his GP, and he got a whole keg detonation against our whole team, which just absolutely murked us. I was like, holy crap, Scarra with the 4000 IQ play. His GP legitimately destroyed our whole team. I was like, wow. Because that's the thing, right? Like, if you burst down the wilds or the shapeshifters, there's not much they can do because their ability to fend off AoE is not good at all. They need to be able to attack you down with a good amount of health. So here I decide that, okay, Bloodthirster Elise is kind of troll. I don't need her for my shapeshifter buff. I'm gonna go with Draven, who is gonna just be really good with the wild buff. Even though he has no Imperial synergy with our other characters or Blade Master synergies, he's still gonna do an insane amount of damage and heal a lot with BT. So here, unfortunately, we lose again, and I'm kind of getting tilted because I was like, damn, all these guys are all inning with their gold. I still have a bunch, but we're not pulling out any wins, which means that I need to all in. But here I decide, I'm pretty sure that, because as you can see on the top, we only have one more fight till Carousel, which means I want to, because look at our health, right? I can't get eliminated this round, so I'm going to use this as the last time I get my interest, essentially, before I all in. It's just slightly more efficient than all inning now. So we get the first place guy. We're matched up against him. Looks like he's going Ranger Knights with Nobles. This is a matchup that's pretty good for us too on paper because they don't have insane burst. But we do get destroyed, and like I said, we lived, which was the plan. But yes, we do get clapped because he also invested all his gold. That's the guy with the fat Trist too. He had that level 3 Trist since like stage 2 or 3. And this is really good too because not all inning there and taking damage gave us a pretty good pick on the carousel. We get second pick. So if we can land a spatula, we're going to be pretty sick because I believe we had one. And double spatula gives you the ability to play another unit for free. It's essentially a level up. it's probably the best combination in the game if you can do something with that extra unit, right? Like, if you have 2 spatulas and you put in a level 1 Warwick, it's probably the most trash item in the game. But if you can utilize it well, get a really high quality unit like Azul in, it becomes practically the best. I also decide to all in. So this is a two unit swing we can do, which is absolutely insane. Because one, what this does for us is Azul and Shyvana now have their dragon buffs, so they are immune to magic damage. And then with the level up while spending our gold, I find another sorcerer in Lulu. So now we have the triple sorcerer buff with Azul, Lulu, and Ahri. So everyone's going to be doing increased spell damage, which is really nice. So this is a scrappy one. Ooh. Oh, that Swain went off. Oh, Draven just clapped him though. Dude, look how hard Draven carried that. So because our comp is really good now, we don't just get ran over, right? It gives Draven time to get his DPS out. This is a multi-threat comp. That's why it's one of the best in the game right now. You have everybody doing increased spell damage. You have Azul ulting across teams, Cho'Gath rupturing people, Warwick suppressing, and then in the meanwhile, Draven is just free hitting the front lines as best as he can. It's absolutely insane. So this is the top 4. We go up against the Trist, the Hyper Trist guy. Massive rupture by Cho'Gath, hits everyone on the whole team into a voice of light. Look at that, Gnar brings her in. Ah, clean win right there. He's like, wait, I clapped this guy every time we played. What's going on? Well, hey lad, I spent my gold too now. How's it feel? Don't feel good, does it, sucker? So now it's just down to top 3. PvE round against Dragon. We find the Warwick 3, dude, let's go. So we have 2 gold units. And we feeling hella good right now, to be honest. The only things that I'm not insanely happy with is we want a level 2 Cho'Gath, because the health spike from 1 to 2 is an absurd amount. We want a level 2 Azul, and we want a level 2 Gnar. Lulu, you can do whatever you want with your base form, no one cares. The big boys playing. And it's funny because I'm shit talking Lulu because she doesn't have any items, but if she has a Spear of Sojin, I wouldn't be talking to her like that. I'd be calling her my lord and savior. So we dispatch of Dragon just easily. That is, we didn't have to lift a finger because Draven just annihilates it, especially with wild buff. So nothing too big here. We sell to try to look for Gnar or Cho'Gath, and this is interesting, right? This is a cool play here because we find a Swain, and I end up selling Shiv for it, which is a pretty wild move because we lose the dragon magic damage immunity, but we do not lose shapeshifter buff because Swain is a shapeshifter. So this is kind of like a bold move because we lose tankiness initially, but if Swain goes off, then we gain tankiness and damage. There's like a weird investment trade-off, but we end up losing, which kind of sucked. So I was like, oh, I don't know if that was the right choice. Clearly in that situation, it's debatable, but the Shyvana 2 would probably have done more than the Swain 1. So, and then boom, we find the Azul 2. We got really lucky there finding that because we have no gold to reroll a bunch. Whatever Rito gives us here is what we're dealing with. Okay, this was a sick move. So I had Frozen Heart on Gnar, right? So we had 2 Gnars. So if we found one more, we would get level 2. But what I do here is I sell the Gnar with the Frozen Heart and I put it on our Swain, because Frozen Heart gives him more mana, and if he gets into melee, right, he'll be able to proc it as well. But I give him the Frozen Heart pretty much for the mana. because he needs the ult or he's useless, right? And look at that, it pays off big time. Gnar still got his ult off, regardless of stripping him from Frozen Heart, and our Swain got 2 ultis off. Like, yo, dude. So this is it. It comes down to this.
So we're down to Sunhua and Meto Chocobo. Wow, he actually lost the clone. Alright. If I was a betting man, I would bet on the magical Garen in the front. Draven's gonna try and hit him. Ari's gonna try and hit him. Aurelion Sol's gonna try and hit him. But it's not gonna work out so well. Yeah, he's moving his Garen up front, which is really smart. He wants full focus on this Garen. Like, Sanhua wants everyone to hit this Garen, because he'll just spin right away. Yeah, everyone's hitting the Garen. Draven's hitting the Garen. Everyone's hitting the Garen. But while you're hitting the... Whoa!
Woo! Let's go! Ah! We got that dough, baby. Let's go. But yeah, guys, so that was my review of the game I played with Toast and Scarra. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like or subscribe if you want to see more. But once again, guys, this is Metal Chocobo, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace!